never know. But this story goes beyond one doctor and several clinics. I've spoken to other families who say they've been given the wrong donors at other clinics in northern Cyprus. And I've heard bigger concerns about the egg and sperm donor trade around the world. Nina Barnsley from the Donor Conception Network says our findings echo what they've heard.
Of all the industries that there are, surely the one that is creating life is the most important one. This is a human being that's being created, and that human being has rights, and we need to be really respectful of that.
What's that ultrasound? That's you. Tiny. I'm 7 weeks and 5 days old.
Biologically related or not, this is a loving family.
Good, so I was a fatter baby compared to Jay.
Yeah, yes. It's a 7 pound egg. It's a baby caterpillar.
As Beth, Laura, Kate and James flick through photos from their past, they feel hopeful about their future.
It has been a difficult journey and will probably continue to be in some ways. If there are other families out there living with the doubt that we had, to find out that actually you can have these difficult conversations with your children and it's not the end of the world.
If they hadn't done whatever they did, then we wouldn't have Kate and James because they wouldn't exist.
But we have 2 amazing children, and at the end of it, everyone will be okay.
Joe Adnett was the producer, the editor was Tara McDermott. Details of organisations offering information and support with infertility are available on the Pregnancy Related Issues page at bbc.co.uk/action line. This is BBC Radio 4. Now a look back at some fascinating stories from the past.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week in history.
The fact that Slobodan Milosevic is one of several individuals with the moniker Butcher of the Balkans does not lessen the shocking severity of his crimes. The former president of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia was wanted on war crimes charges by the UN, but locked himself in his Belgrade villa, stating that he would not go to prison alive. After a 36-hour standoff, he finally surrendered on the 1st of April 2001. Milosevic became president of Serbia in 1989, one of the republics within the former state of Yugoslavia. As other republics declared their independence, Milosevic was one of the architects of war in Bosnia, backing Serbian militias and ordering a program of ethnic cleansing. Hundreds of thousands of people were forced from their homes and thousands more killed, raped or imprisoned in inhumane camps. He had the federal parliament elect him as president of Yugoslavia in 1997 in order to retain power. After his arrest in 2001, Milosevic was extradited to The Hague to face the International Criminal Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia. The prosecution stated Milosevic was liable for crimes that were the worst seen in Europe since the Second World War. He would not recognize the tribunal's authority and chose to represent himself. The proceedings were frequently interrupted by his poor health, and Milosevic died in his prison cell in 2006 before the trial could be completed.
Martin Luther King Jr. was standing on a motel balcony in Memphis, Tennessee, when he was shot just after 6 p.m. on the 4th of April, 1968. The American civil rights activist had come to the city to lead a march by striking sanitation workers, but he was followed by the gunman James Earl Ray. King was taken to hospital and died just over an hour after being shot. The night before his death, Martin Luther King had given his mountaintop speech calling for unity, but also revealing that he was not afraid to die. Death threats against him had increased after he'd voiced his opposition to the Vietnam